Alright guys, this is the moment that I've been waiting for a year and a half now. So if you're pairing up to your snakes, do not stop doing it. Tesla was paired to 3 snakes. One of them had got gravid and had eggs within 2 or 3 months. But Crystal and Princess took over a year. Crystal was right about at the 1 year point that she laid eggs. And she was actually my first clutch of this season. Princess here, now that she finally laid this clutch, which looks extremely big, she was about 16 months from the time that pairing started, which were December 2020 until now. So let's get these eggs, let's see how many we have, and get her back on food. So I actually had this egg box made up for her 2 or 3 months ago when I got my second clutch, because that's when I expected her to actually lay the first time. Kind of like a false lay. She's actually not very aggressive. I've had some snakes that are just like super angry about everything. This clutch is humongous, and I'm gonna have to separate all the eggs because they are not gonna fit in here like that. As always, what you do with these snakes once they are, and she is empty as empty could be here. You want to check them, make sure there's nothing left in there. She is, looks like a shell of her former self. Actually, I have my scale right here. I think I weighed her a couple weeks ago. She was 4,000 grams. And now she is 2,600. So her clutch is probably roughly 1,400 grams or so, which is huge. And I'll count the eggs here in a minute, but let me get her back in her tub and get her something fresh to sleep in. Alright, so with these eggs, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So fantastic. That's between her and Crystal, that's 23 Blue-eyed Lucy's that I'm going to make. She was a pastel Mystic Potion, and Mystic Potion is Mojave and Mystic. These eggs have been together quite a while. They're pretty stuck together. She was laying them this morning when I got up. It's about 1 o'clock now. I saw them about 6. So she only had 2 or 3 out at that point. So they've been in here quite a while. But as long as you kind of just pull them apart slowly and kind of go side by side, they should be okay. She's a pastel Mystic Potion being Mojave and Mystic. And he is a Blackhead Leopard Purple Passion, which is Mojave and Phantom. So we will have Super Mojaves in here, we will have Purple Passions, we will have Mystic Potions, and we will have Phantom Mystics. Plus, we will have Pastel, Blackhead, and Leopard in the mix. So there's a possibility of having some similar eggs to what was in the clutch earlier this year from Crystal and Tesla. And then we can also have some Mystic Potions, Super Mojaves. I'm okay with getting some Super Mojaves. I don't know if you guys paid attention to the other clutch. There were some extremely unique snakes in there. I don't think that have ever been created before, maybe world's firsts. I've actually sold the one that I thought was the coolest. And I believe those had special in them, which is what Crystal has, so I won't be making anything like that, but there's a potential with, Pastel and Blackhead and Leopard in this clutch. I can make more snakes that look like Tesla, more that look like Princess, and with 12 eggs in here, and they all look perfect, really, really big eggs. They're over 100 grams each. If she was about 4,000 grams when she laid, and she's 2,600 now. So what I'm doing is separating the eggs. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4 that are on top. The rest of them I'm going to leave together because there's no reason to take them apart. They are kind of perfectly sitting there. They will fit in the egg box. They're not too high. The only reason I'm taking these ones off is because they are going to hit the top of the egg box, and there's really no reason to leave them up there. Alright, it's the middle of the day, so I don't know how well this is going to show up on camera. Just looking for veins. I had to remove the couple of them. I don't know if you can kind of see on there. the veins in there, and then the embryo's right on top. So since I moved this one, I'll probably put my little line there on all of them just to kind of be safe. I always like to be more safe than sorry. This one, I don't know if you can see there. It's kind of hard to show on camera sometimes, but you can see the embryo kind of wiggling around right there. So that one's right set up. When I took these off, I just tried to situate them the way they were laid. This embryo is sort of on the side here, but I'm okay with that. These eggs aren't going to move because they were already stuck together. They don't need to be perfectly right side up. They just need to not be upside down. And since she laid them like this, I'm not really concerned with any of that. So just kind of mark them where they're all at. I think it's right there. That one's kind of hard to tell. Oh, there we go. That's why. It was right up top. It's right there. Usually if you shake them, you can see it moving a little bit. The embryo kind of wiggling in there. This one either doesn't have strong veins or is completely upside down, so I'm going to move that one. And let's see. Oh, it has good veins. It was just upside down, it looks like. I think. Yeah. So that one was like completely upside down, so I'm glad I guess that's bound to happen when you're laying a bunch of eggs as a snake mom. Which is why you should check them when you are pulling them out. That one's good. And that one is good too. So I think they're all good. I think we have 12. Let me make sure I count it right. 2, 4, 6, 10. Yeah, 12 eggs that I think are perfect. And these should be due, what day is today? She was actually 3 days late as well. So keep in mind that just because you think they're due on a certain date, that doesn't mean they'll go. I've had them go as early as a week early and as late as a week late. So you're usually thinking about 4 weeks from the pre-lay shed to when they lay. It could be as early as 3 weeks and as late as 5 weeks from my experience so far. But they all look perfect, and this is clutch number 3 in the oven.